All right, well, it's official. Lesnar versus Reigns once again. I mean, how many times are we going to see the same match over and over again? And this is one of the reasons why I'm just not interested in watching this product anymore, is because they just keep doing the same shit over and over again. It would be a different scenario if it was like actually good, if Lesnar versus Reigns was actually like this epic feud, you know, but this is no, you know, they're acting like this is Rock versus Austin here. It's not. It's a terrible feud. It's been dragged out for like 3 or 4 years now. They've done it at WrestleMania in the main event multiple times, and it hasn't been good. So you got Brock Lesnar, a champion, a part-time champion who hardly ever shows up anymore, does like 3 fucking moves and makes millions of dollars, versus a guy who nobody likes, a guy who's been getting relentlessly booed for the past like 4 years, but yet they keep putting him in the main event. So I saw on YouTube, I was watching the Reigns versus Bobby Lashley match there. Oh yeah, Bobby Lashley's back. So I was watching that match. You know, I came across it on YouTube. And I went to the like-dislike ratio. Usually a lot of people like the videos and not many people dislike them. But I looked at the ratio there, and it showed that the like versus dislike ratio was about equal. I think actually a few thousand more people actually disliked it than liked it, which shows you there that what they're doing with Roman Reigns is not working, and it's alienating a lot of fans who clearly are not happy by the fact that Roman Reigns has a top spot in this company right now. It's like they can't find anybody else to put in the main event besides this guy. It's like they got a lot of talent. They got, you know, all we've been hearing about the last few years is NXT. So why don't they use some of those guys from NXT and put them in the main events? I mean, they got a lot of guys from NXT that they're, yeah, but they're mostly in the mid-card. Like, you look at Kevin Owens. I mean, he had the title for a little bit, but now he's, like, in the mid-card. So, obviously, a lot of people are not happy with this. And for the people that say, oh, well, any reaction's a good reaction, it's just good guys that he's going out there and getting a reaction. That's not true. That's the most simplistic, dumbest analysis of Roman Reigns or any superstar that I've ever heard of. It's not just getting a reaction. It's getting a good reaction. It's getting the appropriate reaction. If you're a babyface, you should be getting a positive reaction because you're a good guy. So people should like you. That's like Wrestling 101. That's why they're called a babyface, a good guy. And if you're getting booed, that's not good. That's not a good thing. That means people actually hate your wrestling ability and your promo ability. So you got 2 guys that aren't really that popular. I mean, I used to like Lesnar, but after this Suplex City bullshit that's been dragging on for years upon years, every match is like the same now. Just him doing a few suplexes and an F5. Well, maybe he'll throw in a Kimura lock or some bullshit, but that's about it. And then you got constantly Roman Reigns being shoved down our throats. He's the new Cena, but he's 10 times worse because at least Cena had some talent. At least Cena could go out there, and when he didn't act like a 9-year-old, he could actually cut a pretty decent promo, and he could actually wrestle. I mean, Cena's wrestled a lot of great matches. The same cannot be said for Roman Reigns. So I don't know what WWE's problem is. I don't know why they don't get that people don't like him, but they continue to push him. And on top of that, they continue to do the same championship match over and over again. Reigns versus Lesnar. Reigns versus Lesnar Part 8. Reigns versus Lesnar Part 11. I mean, they've been doing this for forever. It's like, let's change things up. Let's have some diversity in this company. They got a lot of talent. They got a lot of superstars signed to their roster. You figure they could do something else other than have a part-time champion for like the last 2 years, and then put a guy who sucks in Roman Reigns constantly in the main event. You figure they could change things. I mean, even if Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar were good, this wouldn't be acceptable because, like I said, you got to change things up. You got to put just more than the same 2 or 3 people in the main event over and over again. I mean, you got talent on the roster, but it's being misused. And even though there are a lot of talented wrestlers on the roster, it's a shame. because they're being misused, and therefore fans are not liking them as much as they should be. I mean, just look at the Seth Rollins-Dolph Ziggler match. I was reading about how the fans were like all up in arms and counting down and just fucking up that match. I shouldn't say fucking up, it's just their natural reaction. I mean, when WWE fails to build a good storyline, it's hard to get emotionally involved in a match. It's hard to take a match seriously, especially when it's going to be 30 minutes long. So I heard the fans were like, oh, you know, going crazy. But that's what happens. That's the consequence of shitty builds, not putting enough time into storylines, having pay-per-views once every 4 weeks. You can't build a match properly. We all know the creative team is not good at building matches and getting people emotionally invested in a match. So that's what leads. You know, a lot of people I see are attacking fans. Oh, they're just booing Reigns because that's the popular thing to do when all fans boo the top guys, or oh, those fans shouldn't be chanting during a match. That's disrespectful to the wrestlers. Well, maybe if WWE put, you know, first off, disrespectful to the wrestlers. They're making a lot of money, while most of the fans there, I'm sure 99% of them, are not making as much as these wrestlers are paying their hard-earned money to watch a shitty-ass show where they're probably half asleep through most of it. So fans could do what they want. I mean, they paid their money. These wrestlers are getting paid a lot of fucking money. It's their choice to be wrestling for this company. So I don't really feel too bad for people that are making millions of dollars. So this is just a consequence of the shitty building and the shitty creative team that has been persisting in this company for many years. And fans have had enough of it. I mean, the hardcore fans have had enough. And they're sick and tired of being slapped in the face over and over again by Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And I'm sick of it too. And I eventually got to the point where I just stopped watching, because it's a waste of time for me. I could spend my life doing better things than watching a wrestling company that constantly disrespects its hard, its paying fans, its loyal fans. They continue to watch this shitty product. And this is your result. A lot of people are not happy with Roman Reigns. A lot of people are not happy with the story. Even though, like I said, even though these wrestlers may be talented, like Kevin Owens, like Seth Rollins, and Dolph Ziggler are both talented wrestlers. They've both shown that. But unfortunately, they're mistreated, and they are not given good storylines to deal with. So therefore, the fans are not happy, and they react properly. Because if WWE is not entertaining the fans, and they're going to entertain themselves, and they're going to do whatever they want. So how about, instead of ranting on the fans and bashing their reactions, like Seth Rollins was like, oh, Dolph Ziggler was upset, you know, he was rattled by the fans' reactions. Well, then how about WWE puts on some better storylines? How about they don't have fucking 4-hour pay-per-views? Nobody wants to spend 4 hours of their day on a Sunday watching pay-per-views. Isn't that how long they are now? They're a long-ass pay-per-views. And then on top of that, they expect fans to watch 3 hours of Raw the next night, and then on the next night, 2 hours of SmackDown. I mean, there's just so much content, it's overwhelming. And that's another reason why I stopped watching. So, alright, this video is getting quite long. And when I start ranting, it's like a freight train. I never fucking stop. So, I'm just going to end this now. But I think I've spoken I kind of got off tangent there. It was originally a Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns rant. But yeah, I will not be watching that match, probably. I will not be wasting my time watching much of this product anymore, because it sucks. And I just canceled my network subscription. So I probably won't be watching anything, because I don't, because like I said, people like Vince McMahon have slapped us loyal fans in the face too many times. I finally had enough of it. And this is just another example of them not listening to their fans. And for some reason they think Roman Reigns is like a fucking god or something like that. But obviously he sucks. So there you go, people.